Inside this box is a roll of the most frustrating filament that you will ever try to work with. Now, it says it's PLA. It's right there on the box. So why is this really basic filament so difficult to work with? Let me show you. It's Rainbow. Rainbow is a multicolor filament where the manufacturer places several colors on each roll. These aren't splices, but gradual shades of color added to the base PLA. The problem is when they don't say how much of each color is on it on the spool. People will buy this thinking that any print they make will look fabulously rainbow, but it won't. Not without some calculations that frankly might be impossible to figure out. The internet says typical rainbow filament goes 15 meters between individual color changes. That's 49 feet. The length of a humpback whale. Or a school bus. Or, the distance across my backyard. To put this in more printery terms, one benchy at 10% infill requires 3.4 meters of filament. To take up 15 meters, you'll need to print about 4.5 benchies. Now let's look at that roll of inland rainbow that's been driving me nuts this week. I can see 3 complete color shifts. That makes me believe that to get one complete rainbow, my print will need to consume 1/3 of this roll. Obviously the problem is that you cannot jam 333 grams of filament into a little model like this. He's a decorative object, so this is something you could just print at 10% infill. He weighs 37 grams. And even if you ran him at 100%, which I would not recommend, he comes out at like 147, I think. And that's not nearly enough to get that full rainbow effect that we're looking for. There's 2 ways to solve this problem. One is to just print it a lot bigger. I experimented with sizes in Cura to see just how big I needed to go to burn up 1/3 of a roll in one print. 300% with 10% infill was way too much and almost half a roll. But with 250% with 3 walls and 11.6% infill, it was just right. I printed this big guy at a 0.2 layer height and kicked back for 36 hours to watch it print. Unfortunately, between Cura's estimate and my printer's setup, the unicorn came out at 294 grams, just a bit shy of my goal. If he'd just gone a little bit farther, we would have gotten the full rainbow effect that I've been looking for. Now, it's pretty good. We got a little bit of gold, pink to the brown, blue, and then we're starting to get into the green color up here. But it's not quite what I was after, and if it would have just gone a little bit farther, we could have gotten some more that nice gold color up at the top. So I kind of got tired of printing unicorns, so I thought I would try to print something else, try one more time to get the full rainbow effect out of the spool, because I only had 3 shots with the spool and I had already wasted 2 on giant unicorns. So I printed a big chip cube. Now, this one turned out fine, and the overhang's a little bad, but, Anyway, we do have the full rainbow effect. We go blue, yellow, pink, brown, back up to blue. And this one, I'd love to tell you that I figured out the mystery of it all and found the right settings, but all I did was just overestimate. I asked it to print 400 grams instead of 333. It came up a little bit short of that, but it was enough to give me the full rainbow that I was looking for. So far, we've established that rainbow filament is good for making small single color prints or a large multicolored print. But what if you really, really want to make your print small and colorful? It's still possible. You just have to print several small models at once. This will use up more filament across several models. These 2 unicorns were printed at the same time. See how the color bands are identical. If you want predictable results for Rainbow PLA, you're better off buying a brand that gives stats on color changes. This fast rainbow promises a color change every 3 to 5 meters. I was poking around on Amazon and I found a few more rainbow filaments that you might want to check out. These all list the dimensions on their descriptions, so you'll know how much filament you're dealing with for each color. And that might be really useful if you're trying to get that full rainbow effect on your next print. There will be links down below, and for full disclosure, these are Amazon affiliate links. I will get a small commission if you feel like buying anything. Now, if rainbow seems like it's just too much of a pain in the to deal with, but you still want to have multicolor prints, or maybe you just want to stick to the same color family when you make a multicolor print, you might want to check out something like this. This is Mermaid by Cookie Cat, and it just has 3 colors in it. It alternates back and forth between blue, purple, and I don't think you'll see it in there. It's kind of a green. Now, the color dimensions on this, the changes between colors, are about the same as that inland rainbow, so 20 meters per color. But since it stays in the same color family, it's a little easier to deal with. I like it. We all know that Protopasta makes really great filament, and this is one of their multicolors. It's called Nebula. And it's just a totally random mixture of blue, purple, and kind of a lilac with a little bit of glitter in there. It's also slightly translucent. Now, they don't list any dimensions on this because, like I said, it's random. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below, or you can contact me on Twitter at STLDenise3D.